Atandi, allow me to invite my leader, Wajakoya, to come and give his greetings.
Thank you. I'll be very, very brief because I can see that the family is waiting for a moment. And to those who are very much in a hurry, let me tell you this. You are looking at somebody who has been depicted as a bank smoker, a weed smoker, changa, and what have you. Yeah, that's what has made me to be who I am. So the church, please pray for me. Please just put me to heal so that I can look like them. I can't say anything more than that because I was born this way. But when you talk to Papa Roma, not rectangular, Pope, and then to tell the Lord that somebody, I begged God to forgive me so that I can also sometimes look like a human being. Now, Baba sent me here with a message, a very strong message. But before he sent me here, he asked me to go and attend the funeral of a young man who was shot by somebody known as Ruto, who was sent to be the commissioner of the people of Busia by another one called Ruto. I'm not being personal. We have gone back to those old days of regression. The days that people like James Orengo and the Nyamogos that I knew when I was a police constable. I don't know whether they are also part of this family. Mr. and Mrs. Nyamogo. Those early days. If we don't do anything here today, if we don't pray to God, if we don't ask our brother here to go there and talk to Jaramogi, Kenya is finished, Kenya is destroyed. I say this with conviction, that there are some of us here who have actually gone up there to bring what we call development. Whereas development is a prerogative of the constitution of the people of Kenya as far as the first preamble of the constitution is concerned. And even in death, I just buried my father the other day, even in death, these people don't die, they listen, and he's listening. And he's going up there to tell God that Wajakoya said this. If we don't do anything today, if we put our stomachs forward, we are going to bust this country for the younger generation today. And unless we have the likes of James Orengo and the current MP here, that we have been fighting in this country, not because we are not learned. I have 14 law degrees, I'm doing my second PhD. I have so much that I can do out there for this nation, for the international community. But I've given up all that to come and fight for my country. I'm a practitioner of law in the United Kingdom, and I also practice in Washington, D.C. And I'm practicing here. What else can I be told by who? When the people of Niger, the people of Mali, and the people of Burkina Faso, people who live in a desert where there is no water, can come up to the sense of realization that Africa belongs to Africans, and these investors who come in the name of Were, the ones some of us here worship, when you see a Mzungu, you go like this, Amelete Maendeleo. It's high time we took our destiny. It's high time we ask the British, the Americans, and the French to pack and go and talk to us, not to talk on us. That's the problem we have here. And I do not know whether we can get any other forum to speak. But if it is that we have to speak in a forum like this one, where people are supposed to be attending to the dead, where people are supposed to be mourning the dead, where people are supposed to be communicating to God, what else can we do? Every day you walk today, you are going back to those old days when people like him, the late, were fighting for removing the bad omens from society through Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. And now here we are at Naenda Maendeleo. That's why Siaya has become a leading pariacha in the entire Kenyan nation to have produced more scholars, the so-called MPs, who have run for development, yet they were elected on Jaramogi Oginga Odinga's slogan and foundation through Raila Amolo Odinga. Is Raila mad to appoint somebody like me to represent him in a place like this? I do not want to speak much, but then again I have to take this leave and face James Orengo. To tell James Orengo that when I was in detention, And after I went away from detention in this country, following Dr. Oko's revelation on how I knew how Dr. Oko was killed and how I went abroad, it is James Orengo who smuggled my papers that allowed me to go to the University of London and therefore go to this university, that university, that university. The people of Siaya, Amor Kodu, to Ana Biro Woyo Jatelocha. Abiro Loso Kodeni, this family is great. When the other Nyamongos were there, I was the police constable holding my guns like those young men there. When I was also saluting people like the late Okiombaka. Later did I know that one day I would go and teach at Harvard Law School. Thank you, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Governor of Siaya and Mr. Wajakoya. Tumeshukuru sana.